Okay, for this next lesson, what we're going to do is we're going to add to our game. So previously in GameMaker, what we did is we created the Android game. We had an Android and a wall object that bounced and we had to catch it. Well, the wall is not a very nice looking wall. So there's a whole slew of different things we can do. If I want to edit the look of the wall, what I can do is I can go to the sprite and I can click the button that says edit sprite, and this brings the editor. If I double click on the editor, let me use the magnifying glass to zoom in. You'll see I can use a pencil and I can draw different sprites on here. I could put a little line across here, a line across this way, and maybe a line across this way. And I could dump some paint and make the wall some different, oops, I don't like that color, different shades of gray. Maybe up the two sides are different color, and now I have a wall that looks like this. And you'll see my room instantly will look different. Now, oh, that gray sort of blends in, doesn't it? Not a good looking wall. Another thing I can do is I could go onto the internet and I could look at for a wall. So I'll do a Google search for wall and images, and it's going to bring large ones. And then I could use some search tools, and one of the search tools I could do is say I want a wall that is exactly 32 by 32 pixels, because that's the size my original wall was 32 by 32, and it's going to return some walls that are 32 by 32. And so you'll see there's that wall, which is a nice wall. Another wall that could be sort of nice could be this brick one here. And I could steal this image here by using the snipping tool. To get the snipping tool, I hit the start menu and I type in SNI, and snipping tool pops up. And then I can zoom in and I can just draw a little box that's exactly that size. And I can save it in my Drive H. My documents, Infotech 10, and I can call it wall. And that's another way I could do that. And so in GameMaker, I can replace any sprite. I simply go to this sprite and I say, load a new sprite. And this time I'm going to use the wall. And there you go. Now I have a wall. And so my game looks a little bit better. I can do the same thing with a background. But sometimes I will give you some files. So if I want to make a background, I can right click on background. I go create background. And I'll call it BGR for background. And I can call it background game and load a background. And I might have some other backgrounds on my computer, and I might give you some as well. And so you're going to see in some of the tutorials that I have on here, I will provide some backgrounds. But again, if I don't have that, so now if I want to add a background to the game, I go to the background tab and I can put the game background on there. That's a little bit bright, but oh well. And now I've modified that. Okay, so if you don't have these graphics, what I want you to do now is see if you can find and make some better graphics for your game. So step 2 of this Android game is let's get some better graphics. Either go on the internet and see if you can find some nice graphics and modify it, or look on your computer to see if you already might have some, or finally you could use the Fireworks program and make some better backgrounds.